my name is Tiffany. I'm one of the student ambassadors here at Bournemouth University, and I'm gonna take you for a campus tour today. So it's mainly one of like the building for the computer science, I believe, for psychology programs. And in this building, if we're actually coming on this way, we have the hub or AskBU. So basically, this is a stop where most of the students they will just ask about anything. If they have any questions about their classes, about their visa, about anything, literally you can just ask to AskBU. And the next one will be the CareersBU. That's where I normally I went there for the first time during my orientation to actually just ask them to check on my CV and my resume to just kind of like get my employability ready by the time I actually enter the university. So they will be able to actually help you about like the CV checking, cover letter checking. They also do sort of like mock interview. So it's kind of like easy for students if they're not familiar about like the UK employability kind of like system. They actually can just check quickly with the CareersBU what they should actually prepare for getting a job. And this is the reception. So it's gonna be, if they kind of like lost, they don't know where they actually have the class, it's gonna be here. They can just like quickly and say hi to reception. This is one of our cafeteria. They have like a light snacks, like light sandwiches, or just like grab a coffee. And I'm gonna take you to one of the key cafeteria for the students. And this is the Dylan bars. So they typically have like a hot meals or even like cafeteria, and it's also on campus pub. So you can get your kind of like a nightlife, but still on campus. So it's gonna be like a lot safer than the outside places. So we also have this union shop where we actually sell our university merchandise, or even if I just want to get like some stationeries and also a quick sandwich or anything, we got a meal deal as well. So it's one of the ways to save as international students. So we are in the courtyard right now. It's basically the center of the campus where if the weather is sun like today, everyone is outside, literally. I'm gonna take you to my most favorite spot on campus, this building. So this building is SUBU, it's a student union of Bournemouth University. So basically, this is the home for like all the student clubs and societies. And me personally, I also spend off my days just like here doing assignments. I know some people might be actually more interested to study or doing assignments in the library, but I personally prefer in this one because a quick fun fact, we have our own radio station. So when we actually enter the building where I'm gonna take you inside, you will listen to like all of the music and everything is actually from the Nerve radio. And I believe they're actually like tuned in nationally, like nationwide, not only on campus, yeah. Yeah, so basically this is the kind of like the lobby area of the SUBU building. So this is the Student Union Bournemouth University. This is the home for like the student clubs and societies. We have over 100 of clubs and societies basically, all the way from whatever that you ask, like hiking societies. We have the most interesting one would be Taylor Swift Society, Chess Society, Running Society, Business Society. So we have a lot. So it depends on whatever you guys actually prefer. So basically, it's gonna be more like your study part and also non-study part. So you can see like all of the posters actually happening right now. We have like events. This week we have like a Speak Week where we actually have a survey and you can get a chance to just win some prizes. That's what I did, and I got a coffee voucher. So So here at Subu, I'm not really sure about the other university, but we have community kitchen. So we actually can just use their services. So they give out like a free tea, free coffee, and also sometimes when you see that, there is like a leftover breads that actually get donated by some other places, and we can get it for free. So like if we're actually kind of like short of like living expenses, we actually can just like grab anything that's available in the community kitchen. Again, another tips as international students, if you want to save some money. Yeah, we have some breads, and then like there are like some other supplies like pasta or even cereal, so we can just get everything for free. And yeah, so this is, and you can see like a beautiful view from this side actually. So we have our own gym on campus, and there are like an early special price. I think whenever you actually kind of like first arrive during the orientation, they normally have like a promotion price. And then we also have like a multiple kind of like machines for the gym, and also a couple of classes actually running, like Pilates, cycling. I think there's a lot more kind of activities you can do it inside. But we also have like a separate place where the students actually can also do like a football, basketball. It's separate in a separate location because it's a very huge field that actually kind of like still belongs to BU. It's called Chapel Gate, sorry. Like there's a lot of things that actually happening on campus. Like today, I think they have like a special prize something or like a thrifting, because like on campus, I think we do have like sometimes we have a thrifting Thursday or like thrifting Tuesday, where yeah they just like do the second-hand kind of like, what do you call it, like a store, so students can again saving living expenses by buying like a second-hand kind of like clothing and everything. So it's really great. So basically this is our main library in Talbot campus, and if you guys notice that it's actually 24/7 library, so there's no excuse when the students say like, oh, I have no place to actually study, because there's 24/7, and even during the holiday like winter break or like spring break, it's still open, so there's no excuse at all for us not doing assignment. It happens to me because the spring break is coming, but no point because I still have assignments due anyway. Let me also explain about this. So at BU, we also have like this academic skills hub. So basically, if you need help for like any like reading, like critical thinking, referencing and everything, the university and librarian, they actually have some help for the students. So you can just like book any of their workshop or even just like book one-on-one appointments. So you can just like get everything literally helped by the university. And one quick fact about these two buildings, if you notice on that side, there is a bridge from Subu building to library actually. Sorry for that. On the 4th floor, so if it is like really freezing, you can actually like just cross the bridge from Subu building to library, even though like I don't really normally use it, but anyway. So we have another student cafeteria in the Vision, and that's actually what they have for the student deal. So the students actually can have something that, something for lunch that actually a little bit cheaper than outside price, and it's gonna be inside the Vision building. Let's go. Yeah, this is where we are at the Vision building. So basically this is the main hall, and also this is one of the student cafeteria that I mentioned, that we have also a student deal for the meal deal, what we call it. So yeah, this is gonna be the lecture theater where we normally have like a big lecture classes, and also this is where the orientation is gonna be held. So yeah, I'm looking forward to actually see you sitting around this. Okay, so this is one of a typical classroom that you probably will get when you actually enter university. So yeah, we have like two type of classes. We have lecture and the seminar. So for the lecture, typically it's going to be like a big, large kind of like classroom where you kind of be combined with the other programs, and that's when the lecture is kind of like giving you the materials. But for the second one, it will be seminar. So seminar normally is gonna be more activities. So we have more on like discussion, case studies, and it's gonna be in the smaller classes, in the smaller number of students in the class. So we're gonna have like more interactive kind of like studying experience in the university. Yeah, it's gonna be the similar kind of like classroom. I believe this type of classroom is gonna be more on like the seminar because you can see like all of the chairs is movable, so it's gonna be like easier for students to just be interactive with one another. I'm not really sure what this room, but you can see it's called co-creation corner. So there is like a practical area for some of the seminar classes. Oh, and we also have this. This is studio for the radio making. And I think I heard from my friend that they do a live kind of like reporting from the radio, and it's actually tuning across Bournemouth, like across the city of Bournemouth. So like this one. Yeah, and this part is gonna be like a live, kind of like the practical room for like the news, kind of like a media students. So when they're actually having like a practical seminar, they actually practice to be kind of like a BBC journalist, like a BBC news anchor. It's gonna be in this particular section. Wait. I want to show you the law practical room. I think it's on the floor. Oh yeah. Sorry, I cannot open it, guys. But anyway, this is the typical room for the law students if they kind of like doing the practical seminar about the mood law. So if you just take a look from this side, it's gonna be like how the classroom look like. So if you want to have a closer look on this room. Yeah, we have like a smaller kind of like rooms where students can just like do a group assignments, meeting, or they just need their own personal space, just like having a quiet moment or just like an individual meeting with their probably like supervisor during the station. They can just do it in any room. They can just book it online. So you can see the availability of the room, if it is available for the rest of the day, if someone gonna book it at any time, so you can just book it. And we also have like a big screen, so for the group assignment it's easier for everyone can see what they're discussing about. So here at BU, we also have the charging point for the electric car, just in case you might actually have it. And we also have the BU cycle hub. So if you feel like you want to cycling, definitely there is a parking hub for it. And I believe you actually also can do some renting for cycling. I don't do cycling myself, but if you feel like you want to cycle here, I mean, obviously feel free to do it, yeah. Hi guys, so if you have any questions about studying in the UK, especially here at Bournemouth University, please do not hesitate to get in touch with Hands On Thailand.